It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like, share, and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, it's the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us if you DJing or rapping. No capping, stay on LinkedIn, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver's who's. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini and Static got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Let's go. Shady Sports, Shady Sports. What's good? What up? What up? What up? It's Tuesday night, so you know what that means. We got some reports for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot coming in tonight from the NBA realm, man. It's been so much happening in the past 4 or 5 hours as far as trades across the NBA world. So we got Reem, Kilo, and Ra here with some hoops philosophy. It's going to be a great time tonight, guys. So let's go ahead and get it. If you haven't already, I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys with the promo for Shady Sports. Head over to our YouTube page. Hit that like button. Hit that share. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow us, guys. We got sports coming at you from every which angle. And then we'll come back and get into this NBA. So let's get this promo in, and then we'll be right back, guys. Yes, sir. Yo, Reem, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it over because you know what I'm saying, y'all know what's up. So go ahead and get right into it and let's get it going.
All right. This is a non-traditional kind of pod for today. Usually we have a more structured thing, but I'm going to be honest, we're all like you guys, man. We're finding out just like y'all finding out. And so we're going to just keep it natural, have some fun, have a conversation about these trades, what we think, it means for the teams, what we think the teams are thinking, you know what I mean? And kind of just, do a small dive on each of these decisions and how we feel about it as fans. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are. We love the sport. We love what they're doing. And, it keeps us talking about it. So where do you guys want to start? We have a bunch of trades going off. I think the damage, the dam was broken with the Jaren Jackson trade, which is very 2K-esque in the words of Kenny. This is a haul, okay? This is 4 bodies being swung from one side of the country to the next. And so for the trade, we have Jaren Jackson Jr., John Conchar, which is a crazy name to end up in the trade, Jock Landale, Vince Williams Jr., and it's the Utah Jazz. I don't think any of us had this on our bingo sheets for sure. The Utah to grab yet another forward. You can scroll up for the one time. But in return, they got Walter Clayton Jr., which is interesting, Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Gorgeous Niang, and 3 future first rounders. I'm gonna say my little piece, then let y'all talk. Shout out to Ra. He's been trying to get Kyle Anderson back on the Grizzlies for a minute.
Kyle
definitely, slow mo. Let's go. I'm gonna be honest. Not to offend anybody, like Clayton Anderson, Hendricks, and Niang are not names keeping me up at night. I'm sorry. this clearly is for the picks. This is clearly for the salary. Like Walter Clayton, I think is the youngest one on this list, and there is some hope with him for sure. I like Cal Anderson back when he was on the Grizzlies. Like, my God, Taylor Hendricks is young, so maybe they're trying to buy in onto their young. But didn't we see Gorgeous Niang be traded already? Like, I feel like it's like this third time we done saw this man's name. Shout out to Gorgeous Niang. So I was gonna have a job. But yeah, man, this is just a very interesting trade. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on what y'all think about this.
Kyle Anderson, shout out to Kyle Anderson for keeping a job. Just popping up on the radar everywhere.
Wow.
Staying employed.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it goes.
I'm curious, Rock, because you're like the flex 4 expert of the group. What do you think the Utah Jazz is trying to cook up with? Of course, they have Walker Kessler, right? They have Ace Bailey. They have Lauri Markkanen. They got Kyle Fikowski, and now they got Jaren Jackson. They can literally have a starting 5 of just forwards.
You have an odd man out there, but I think that they really are trying to build something where they have a lot of options that can't be ignored. I think right now they are like in a space for the next year, maybe 2 years, but I really think the next year, because they were willing to give up that 27 pick, where they think that it'll all fit together once they have like a guard of that playoff caliber. And I think that they are kind of confident that it will come within this next year, with this pick that what they're getting this year, and then maybe they'll make one more move before they try to do something. But the forward fit of Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. Kind of like, I'm not gonna say polar opposites, but like all offense, all defense. And I think that with both of them kind of being underperformers on the rebounding, it's like a 3 that rebounds better than 3s, and having a 4 that rebounds worse than 4 is just like, from a full team standpoint, if everybody can grab 6 boards, then
continue, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I get it though. I get it.
I agree. This is like a 2K rec lineup if I've ever seen one. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, this right here is random rec worthy. Like, we got 3 6'11s. They're all similar archetypes, but could do things slightly different. Like, none of them like crazy board getter. Like, I guess like Walker Kessler is the craziest of the board getters you're gonna get. But like,
Walker Kessler's tough on the boards.
I mean, yeah, but like he ain't the toughest and the roughest, but like he cool. Like, he all right. He's better than the other two. But like, I'm not gonna lie, he's no Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. He all right. But also they're trying to stretch him out on a 3 ball. So he's, again, like, this is a 2K-esque lineup. And they're obviously, and I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna call this out, and I'll let Key talk, but I'm gonna call this out. I'm gonna just keep it a beat. They're gonna run Jaren Jackson Jr. as small forward. Not gonna lie, not in love with that. I see the vision, but he's just like, he kind of slow. It's like, why you don't run Anthony Davis at small forward? He's not the fastest. Like, now, of course, he can get around laterally, defensively, but like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. If I see a Ace Bailey, Jaren Jackson, a fast break, I'm not gonna love that. I'm gonna be honest. So, Key, what you thinking?
I think from what we've seen out of the Jazz as far as drafting is concerned, it's been kind of a lot of question marks. We haven't really understood the direction they want to take Larry Marketing doesn't fit the timeline. Jared Jackson for sure doesn't fit the timeline. So the acquisition and the culmination of both is kind of interesting, but it does breed benefit. I mean, we saw Keontae George. We never thought Keontae would be what he is today. We've seen Walker Kessler shoot threes. I never thought Kessler could shoot a three in his life, let alone make multiple in the season. So I think they have a bright future to start it off. Jaren Jackson does raise their ceiling defensively, and that's obviously been something that they've struggled with for all season outside of Kessler. So who knows?
And I want to throw a point out that bus driver mentioned on the bus stop is that to take the light away from the Jazz for a second. Obviously, we got to come back. We're gonna have to talk about those John Conchar minutes. Like, we're going to have to talk about those Vince Williams minutes. Like, oh man, tough buckets. Anyways, but one thing that bus driver talked about was the jaw situation with Vince Williams Jr. And they were arguing. And we have been murmuring pretty much like for the last couple months about what we think Ja's going to do, the number one shooter, where we think he's going to end up. And I'm not going to lie, 4 players being traded and none of them being named Ja is actually nasty work. Like, we're low-key trolling here. If they don't move him by the 5th, I genuinely don't know what the Grizzlies got cooking. Like, call me a jabroni.
Got a bunch of picks. They just got a bunch of trade stuff to send for Giannis.
They got a bunch of ingredients, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
they got
Giannis,
carrots and corn.
Giannis lobbing it back up to Ja. Coming off.
I like that. You don't want Giannis in Memphis. Don't do that to this man's a good guy. No. This is
you leave Milwaukee to go to Memphis. That's like crossing the street.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know.
But
I don't think they're gonna trade Ja though.
You got to.
What?
Why?
You got to.
Why?
You must.
Yeah, they're getting off Ja.
You gotta get off Ja.
Who's gonna trade for him though?
I'll trade for him.
That's a good point. Who is gonna trade for him?
Honestly, who is gonna trade for him? But it's like, dog, like so many teams. You give Jokic Ja.
Bro, I would give up Murray. I would give up Christian Brown. I would give up probably Aaron Gordon too.
He was willing to. Aaron Gordon is crazy.
Everything.
The starters, bro. All of them.
good.
Well, not pay. I keep paying Watson. I keep paying Watson. That's why I can give up Aaron Gordon though.
That's crazy.
Okay,
so
with
look,
that.
bro. All I'm saying is, Jokic made Russ look like solid.
Hey, Russ is isn't Russ like the second leading everything over there in Sacktown right now? Russ.
It's Sacktown.
Don't be hating on Russ. Russ gets Russ ball. Russ ball.
It's Sacktown. It's called Sacktown. Are we serious? Anyways, let's move off this. Okay, what's this? Sacktown.
Hey,
all right, let's go.
Don't be hating on Russ.
I'm going to be honest. If they somehow are able to get like obviously I don't want to go too deep on a hypothetical, but if there was somehow able to keep Jamal and get Ja, and Jamal runs the 2, he is 6'4", 6'5". He can run the 2.
We need a 2 bad.
Not going. That's a chip,
man.
That's a chip.
Hopefully, unless because Ja's suspension did come out here at Diamond Cabaret. So
I mean, I feel you.
I don't know about him coming back out here.
He ain't gonna do that again.
I don't even know how.
Yeah. You think Ja, Murray,
Peyton,
an unnamed 3, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic.
Peyton, bro. And
Peyton Watson. Yes. Why are you hating on Peyton, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
the future is now, old man.
I'm telling you now, bro. Ja with Jokic, Stop it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
anybody
anyway.
with Jokic, we saw them when they won the title. Just that would be nasty work though.
They had shooting.
They did have a lot of shooting.
Ja's not shooting.
Sorry.
Just the number one.
I gotta
shooter.
stop. I gotta lock in. They did
Oh, we
have
got
shooting. You're
Murray.
right. They had a lot of shooting.
We had a lot of shooters, but did
So
we?
did the Grizzlies. A bunch of shooters.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Okay.
Russ He's funny.
So, where do y'all think? Where do y'all see Ja going, or where would you want to see Ja going?
Minnesota. Let's put the YNs together, bro.
They're trying to get Giannis too.
Oh my god.
They are, but they did. I mean, they cleared up cap space.
They can't put Anthony Edwards and Ja together though.
That would be cinema, though. Who was guarding that?
Yeah.
All the contenders.
No. Shea is not stopping Ja and Ant.
Yeah, they have
don't
like
got
3
to.
perimeter defenders on that team, gang.
That's
They
okay,
got
bro.
Caruso and Dort.
Hey, they're gonna be in the air. That's gonna be the real sack. Anyways, we're gonna move on. But
That's crazy.
yeah, bro, high flying deniers, bro. Yeah, man, I like that. That team's gonna run you out of the gym. Of course, we gotta get. I'm sorry, I was about to say something, and this person will probably never going to join this podcast. So let me chill out. I'm wilding, but you can build around that team. You can build around that team pretty well.
Who
So
would they get rid of?
What's his name? Crossover kid. I forgot his name. Ooh,
Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
The Grizz are tanking, so I like picking up Dillingham, giving him a shot, seeing if he fits the timeline. I could really see that.
Rob and some picks and like another couple other pieces. Like Rob picks and pieces. I just know they're not gonna want the Lakers poo-poo platter, so I'm not even gonna bring it up past just now. Like
They could trade him LeBron.
Brian.
Yeah.
Instigating. He's
Bro,
instigating.
it's on
Trolling.
ESPN. Hold on,
Trolling.
the story right here on ESPN.
They're instigating.
Bro said, "Oh, I saw those rumors. Rumors said the Lakers and LeBron."
It's not a rumor if it's on ESPN.
It's
What?
always a rumor for the
Yes. You not remember when you
It
could
says-
have a perk? Like, yes, bro. ESPN
Okay,
is
dude.
trolling constantly.
And now they got a story saying LeBron to finish the season with the Lakers, so they definitely about to trade him.
Yes, they'll trade him at the end of the season, my guy.
I take LeBron over here in Denver.
I know you would. That's a chip.
Oh, that's definitely for LeBron. He better come over here.
That's
If
a
he
chip.
want to win
That's
one. He
that
ain't
would
win
be
one
the
in
case.
LA.
Get out of here. We saw what he's making Aaron Gordon look. Got stop it. Yes. But here's the thing. I don't know. I don't think the Lakers have much to offer, and they have not been the most aggressive of this last couple of seasons. They were in 2023, which we were going to talk about before, but they haven't been really aggressive since then. Like, no, I'm not gonna lie, Jake LaRavia. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, shake it, bake it, Jake. But like, come on, dog. Like, no crazy moves have been made. We still got Jackson Hayes. May Lord be with him. You know what I mean? We're not making any moves that's like making Cedric look up like, oh, like no, we haven't done any, nothing.
Who,
Nothing
the
like
Lakers?
that. No, not at all.
Oh
Best-
man. Yeah.
So I don't know where Ja ends up. I think he ends up a place that needs a point guard. Houston.
LA.
Houston.
Why won't he go to the Lakers?
Because the Lakers, what they're gonna
The
offer them?
Lakers need a PG.
No.
They don't.
They can give
They
yeah.
don't.
I mean,
They
Luka
don't.
is Luka a true point guard though?
Luka is
Yeah.
yes. You're actually
Luka's
trolling,
the most
bro.
point guard to point guard.
Nah, Luka like a James Harden. He could play shooting guard just as easily.
He can. He
I think-
could. That
I
don't
think
mean
they
he's
get
gonna
rid of
be
Austin
PG,
Reeves.
my
Oh,
guy.
Luka is not coming off more than 10 screens a game. It's not happening.
That's true.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Now, could Luka and Ja and First off, Lakers need a big. Forget John. We need a big. We need a rebounder. And Charmin Ultra. Sorry, I'm about to get rude. We need a big.
Lakers
Okay,
Jazz trade actually, but
we need a big.
the one thing I think has been really interesting about this like Grizzlies saga is like for the past maybe 2 or 3 years, everyone has known like what the end result is going to be,
Right.
and we've just been like slowly working our way there. Um, Dylan Brooks and then Desmond Bain, and now Jaren Jackson Jr. and maybe soon to be Ja. I just want to see like what y'all think about how that's been. Like the portrayal of that in the media has been all over the place, but I think it's been like very consistent for Grizzlies fans knowing like, okay, they just got rid of the coach, they're changing. It's just these changes have been consistent and we've seen how they're working. And so, do the Grizzlies have the development of a culture that doesn't have these players anymore? Cedric Howard, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey. I would say Vince Williams. Actually, I would say that he was a big portion of the like younger culture, but now he's gone. John Conchar, he's been the culture, all gone in the same trade. Gang, if you're in the Grizzly circles online, you know we love them. But
When were the Grizzlies number 2?
Hmm?
When were the Grizzlies the second seed?
That was
Was that
2023.
like 2023? So 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they've just been offloading players since then.
Here's the thing, right? We've seen this with the Grizzlies before. This is not if you're a Grizzlies watcher, unfortunately, you have to have some patience to you, right? We've seen this with the grit and grind Grizzlies where they have playoff success. They had a decent core. You had your star guard, miss noticeable amount of time, right? And when you do that, especially coming off that really good season, we've seen this before with Mike Conley, right? And back then, like they were really, really hooping. You could argue then that Zebo team with Tony Allen and Rudy Gay and Michael Conley, that you could argue that team was one solid piece away, from really taking it all. Same thing with this Grizzlies team with John Moran and Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks. You could argue that we're really one solid team away because if you think about it, again, they got booted in the second round. Same thing with the grit and grind Grizzlies, got booted in the second round. So we've seen this happen. And then they did trade away their players. We saw what happened with Rudy Gay, and then it led to Tony Allen, and then it was just Zebo there. And at that point, Zebo had so much time, he was doing side quests with us in high school. I met Zebo twice. That's how much time he had. That's how much unserious the Grizzlies were at that moment of time. So we've seen this. The issue is this is going to be they're likely going to get another high draft pick, right? They might pull up on a Cam Boozer. They might end up getting an AJ. They might end up getting like me being a Glazer, Bryce James. They might end up.
Hey.
But they might end up getting another guy, and the Grizzlies. I think their problem in my monologue, their problem is that unfortunate things happen and they don't really know how to adapt. They don't know what way to adapt. So they're like, well, this is not working, blow it up. And the issue with that is that it'd be different if that equated to a chip. It didn't. We don't have one. So, and we're doing this again.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are in such an odd position because they're small market, and also they're just like reputation as a city, to where players make their comments, commentators make their comments, and so it's like it's tough for free agency. So the Grizzlies are always like looking for that, that just the right trade or really having success in the draft, which is like primarily seems like the way that the front office is going now. Big, big, big draft picks and draft success. But it's like, can you draft well 9 times in 4 years and make a rotation. Like super crazy stuff, but they're almost doing it, and they've been almost doing it for like the past 7 years. But it's just not a full 9. It's like 6. So with these 3 or 4 that they have now, it might turn into 7 or 8 this time in the next few years. I could see it, especially since they're loaded up. Like I think they have is like all right, the pick stash is coming like OKC's now. Um, I think they could really make it work with just like the level of scouting that they have.
That's fair. They got Jalen Wells. They got, I forgot, Cedric. Is his name Cedric?
Hmm?
Yes, they got some good pieces, and it really at this point depends upon how the Grizzlies are going to develop. But at the end of the day, we're still in this feedback loop of what the heck they're going to do. Um, and I think we're gonna have to let time kind of tell here on who won this trade. Um, I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I really don't know what the Rock is cooking over there in Utah. I'm going to be honest. Like I do not smell what the Rock is cooking. Okay, what are we doing here? We have a bunch of overlap, and then a bunch of guys are not the craziest shooters either. So like and there's a bunch of big bodies, and they're not all fast. And we also still got, and then also and Keontae George. It's like Ford, and Keontae. Again, 2K lineup. This is our current 2K lineup. Like,
I think I think the Western Conference is becoming so afraid of Victor that they're trying to find any way to compete long term with him.
Or at least have bodies to throw at them.
okay. Question for you fellas. Do you think, right? Jaren Jackson and grab his name.
Lord.
No. Big man on that
Kessler.
team. Kessler. Do you think Jaren and Kessler is enough to really slow down Wemby, or is he cooking them both?
I would say Jaren right now is a top 5 Wemby defender. So if you're looking for that, like
Jazz here. Let's start
my
with them.
bad.
They're making a major swing in the Western Conference. Jaren Jackson now adds to.
It is crazy. That's playing full boiled.
Didn't know the volume was on.
I think Ra is right in that Jaren is one of the better Wemby defenders. Kessler has been listed recently as 7'2". We can't forget that. So it's just you're doing what you
7'2"?
can. Yeah.
Youth. All right, fellas. I want to pivot. This is obviously the trade of the night, in my opinion. Let's talk about this. James, I'm kidding. We're talking about this Vucevic trade. Hate to. Yeah, the very next one. Wow, what a sleeper. Literally. This is Nikola Vucevic in the second rounder for Anthony Simonson in the second rounder. This is the most okay I've ever seen. Like ketchup, we're trading ketchup for mustard. We're trading barbecue sauce for hot sauce. Like this is the most tit for tat I've ever seen. My question becomes, why are we loading up on more guards in Chicago? Do we not have enough? Like, are they trying to hoard all the potential guards in the league? Is there like are they doing a 2K challenge where they have to have 5 guards in their lineup? I'm confused here because what do y'all think? Also, second thing, follow-up question, Vucevic to the Boston Celtics. Now, Missoula Ball is interesting. Does Vucevic fit in Missoula Ball? Y'all can answer whichever one you want.
I think the acquisition of Vucevic is like a C plus for the Celtics. He does semi replace a lot of that Horford that they are missing. In that shooting, he knows how to pass out of the high post, I guess. And he can score on his own. I mean, it's the best you're gonna get, man.
I think, well, my first question is why would the Celtics do this? Do they have a first this year? Are they looking for a guard in this draft? From the Bulls side, having no rebound facilitates the tank.
Yeah, you're trolling. You're
Five
genuinely trolling.
five guards facilitates the tank in a way that is legal. So like rock out, gang. Like
this is 2K. You sim 5 years in the future on my league, and then you're like, oh, let's see what's going on, and or like you're playing 2K and you're changing the positions of a bunch of players to make trades work. And now you got a team with 7 guards on it. Cause no, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Anthony Simmons.
Like so now we got Anthony Simons, right?
Simons.
Right. So then we got Josh Giddey. He's a guard. He's a guard. Kobe White. They put Ayo Dosunmu at 4. He's a guard. You know, so we got 4 right there. And I'm sure there's more, but all of these are 20 minutes a game players, though.
Can you play center?
All right, yeah. So the Celtics. Some Mazzulla ball. So here's the thing. I don't think Vucevic is really like outstanding. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, outstanding shooter. Let me finish my statement. He can play. Like, he can play. Like, but okay. Like, do we care? Do we care about this?
Gang.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look, man.
My bad.
Look, the Celtics backcourt is cooking. The Celtics backcourt is cooking, and Simons wasn't getting crazy run. Not that he'll be getting more now. I don't know what's going to go on over there, but the Celtics, I think they're giving Jaylen Brown the opportunity to really show, like, you know, he's come out in interviews. He's been like, well, you know, like we're obviously we don't have Jason Tatum right now, but we've still shown how successful we can be throughout the regular season. I've shown how much I can do when I'm not taking a backseat, or not a backseat, but like when I, you know, the responsibility is not shared, so no one's like no one's taking away from anyone else, and he's just. I think that they're giving him the opportunity. Like, if you want to make a playoff run, we don't expect you to win the chip, but if you want to add it to your resume, if you want to add that to the discussion as we build a team in the future, as we compose it, and as the coaching reflects what we think about your capacities, I think this is his, like, just that opportunity.
I'm just gonna say this now. I don't know the last time I seen the Vucevic highlight. So with that being stated, like, I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I think from a system standpoint, like, yes, you can service him because, again, Jaylen Brown at the 4 for a chunk of this season is it's not hot. That's Jay Crowder at the 4, and though we can do that, I'm not trying to do that. Like, if I'm playing my team and I see you have a Jay Crowder card at your 4, I'm cooking you. So with that being understood, I understand why they want a bigger body here, you know, especially they don't got Luke Cornett either. So they're grasping for straws here. And Jaylen Brown and Josh Dobbs, You know, I don't know if they can continue running this team without having a man down low. It's just like this kind of I know I'm already might as well. I'm already here. I've been disrespectful so far, but this kind of feels monkey's paw. You know, like I need a big Vucevic. Like I'm sorry, bro. It's just like yo. It feels it just feels like when we got Aiden, and I'm cool with it. I'm not about to buy a season ticket now. You got anything you want to say on this, Kilo?
Random Lakers slander.
Yes, because he knows ball. He knows Celtics ball. Do you
Shut up with
think
the Lakers slander?
DeAndre Aiden is not like that's like is do we breathe O2? So for the Celtics, my question is, of course you watch a lot of Celtics ball. How do you think Vucevic is really gonna tip the scale for this team?
We're talking about a seed that was already top 4 in the East. I don't see it jumping past where it is. You know,
Who's above them? Do we know who's above them?
Are we talking playoff wise or just
Talking playoffs?
Yeah. All right. So question, right? And I'm gonna take this a step further, right? The number 1 seed is the Pistons. Does Vucevic on this team make them more competitive than the Pistons?
Bro.
I think they're right there with the Pistons. In the playoffs, you got to win, 4 games, right? That's a lot of games to win.
Does Vucevic stop Jalen Duren? Does he stop Cade Cunningham?
Does Jalen Duren stop Vucevic?
I don't think he's there to move the needle in any necessary way. I think he's more so there to, like Rob was saying, to give them a bigger body that's better than Kata or what's the other fella they're running? I can't remember the other guy on the Celtics. He's third string at this point. Is it Tillman?
It's Tillman.
Yeah, I think it's a definite improvement from those two.
And Boucher.
In terms of
Tillman is a champion. What's Tillman's name? He's a champion.
In terms of board getting, versatility offensively, does it impress or does it push them to a Game 7 possibility? Yeah, I mean the Celtics have been mopping the floor at everybody not named. Who knows? Okay, but it's the step in a better direction, and I guess the most important part about that is they're not locked into that contract long term. They traded an expiring contract for an expiring contract.
Right, and their only 7-footer on the team was Naemis Aquita. Kata. Solid player. Yeah, I feel you. So I mean, they're not beating New York. I don't think still with this, and I don't think they're going to beat the Pistons either. But of course, with Jason Tatum coming back, we're going to see how this team really synergizes. Because Vucevic can pass the ball.
And crazy things happen in the East, right? Didn't we see a 7-seed Heat take down the entire East? We saw the Bucks lose twice when they should have won the East. Like you saw the Celtics lose in the finals or right before the finals, right? What was that, 2 seasons ago? I don't know. And then you saw Halliburton go down right before the playoffs. So, I mean, Detroit's just a Cade Cunningham ankle away from being out of it completely, right?
True.
New York just can't beat anybody in the playoffs. I don't know.
That's so crazy. That is so crazy.
So
Availability is a part of the game. Availability is the best.
Your best ability is availability.
Hey,
Tell that Indiana.
You know what? I agree and disagree partially. I agree, you're right. There are some things that happen in the East that we don't expect. Of course, we did not have, especially him coming off not playing in the Olympics at all to go into the finals the very following season. And especially looking at him in the last 30 seconds of the game, good googly moogly. Okay, sure. However, there have been some seasons where it's been pretty predictable. And the Heat, let's be real, it's the Heat. Okay. I I don't know why every single time like people go to the Heat, do they get better? That's named not Tyler Hero. And I'm trying to figure out, like, for example, it's the Heat fall off, man. Like the moment you leave the Heat, you lose the Miami the blessing, the Miami grace, and then you drop 5 overall on 2K instantly. Like we've been rocking Gabe Vincent for how long? Now, no disrespect to Gabe Vincent. I'm gonna call a spade here. We don't got Heat Gabe Vincent. We didn't have Heat Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn was balling so hard on the Heat, man, got a 4-year deal.
I ain't seen
Ball
Gabe
so hard
dance once.
university. No
Gabe ain't
boy, no
danced
BS.
once.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Freaking Duncan Robinson on the Heat, Caleb Williams on the Heat. Caleb Williams on the Heat was prime like Chris Middleton. Okay, I'm not gonna say MJ. Prime Chris Middleton. But
Boucher.
why are we on Indeed?
Oh, we're everywhere, bro. We everywhere. Oh, I forgot we could go live on the website now.
Oh, bro, trying to offer me a job.
Bro. We are international.
Yeah, on the Heat, players play better unless like you're already kind of good, and then which you just play like the same. Except for Jimmy Butler. I don't again with the Heat, I don't necessarily count them. Jimmy Butler literally is trolling during the regular season, and then he turns his superpowers on during the playoffs. And this man becomes a bona fide hater. Like becomes like Jimmy Lamar. So I'm not going to necessarily say, oh, the Heat's a 7 seed. They're the most fugazi Trojan horse 7 seed. Like, stop it. Okay, stop it. It's like, get out of here, man. So that's kind of how I feel about the Heat. And we expected them to do what they did after they got to the people, after they got to Brown in the bubble. We did expect that from the Heat, and they got back again and got beat by Jokic. But the Heat only loses to like top 10, top 15, like caliber overall players, period. Like Jokic is one of the best players to play basketball. He will end his career and I think like top 20 minimum, right? So Jimmy Butler's not losing to anyone that doesn't also have superpowers. So with the East, back to the Celtics situation, this just doesn't feel like a team that I feel is unstoppable or unbeatable. Of course, we're going to see what Jason Tatum comes back, how that's going to look. And of course, with Vucevic being a passing big, they do need extra playmaking whenever they can get it. Like Jaylen Brown's it's not your, 8 assist a game guy. You know what I mean? Nor is Jason Tatum. Who is their real playmaker? You can say, Derek White, but he's not going to get you 8 assists a game either. So Vucevic, even though he's not Vucevic of the Magic time, he can still move the rock, which I think it would be good on any team. But I just don't think it's gonna like Key's not gonna watch like an extra 5, Celtics games because of this. He's canceling his league pass as we speak.
Oh
no. Do we have anything else on this trade or?
I think the Bulls have an interesting stake. It depends on what they decide to do next before it's easier to grade them. I do think the acquisition of so many guards is weird, but the Bulls have been the Bulls since the Bulls have bulled.
That did not hit.
It was gonna be Michael Jordan.
That did not hit. I'm so sorry. I would normally let you slide. I'm not letting you slide on that one, bro. Bro, what's bro talking about?
Shoot, Josh Giddey, the star over there.
So yeah, they got Yuki on the on the Bulls. In case you guys don't know, 5'7" dog. Yeah, I agree. All right, last trade of the night. That is James Harden for Darius Garland. This is the most tit for tat. I said the other one. This is literally tit for tat, but it's a beefier tit for tat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say my piece and let y'all take it. It has, and I said this on the bus stop. I'll say it again now. Having 2'6'1", what are we doing? Right? I've been yelling at.
You could take James Harden beard and put it on Darius Garland.
No, ew.
Swap it out.
Okay.
They kind of look alike.
Anyways, we talked about this with the bus driver. We talked about this in length, how that team's not going to work with these duplicate players. So moving to James Harden is interesting. I don't think it does them any better, in my opinion. He's not a Houston Rocket, James Harden. He's not even a Brooklyn Nets, James Harden. This trade would have made me like have a conniption in 2022. Right now, I'm like, this is cool.
Yo, I can't lie. This is great for the Cavs. This is amazing for the Cavs. Like, I cannot agree that this is an even trade at all, unless you are factoring the longevity of
course.
But talking anything in the next 2 or 3 years, this heavily favors the Cavs, in my opinion. And I also think, as that tweet mentioned, this is super aside just because I saw it. I also think LeBron may, he may, but the Harden Donovan Mitchell combo, we are talking about potentially the best guard duo in the league. Potentially. I'm not talking about the entire regular season, but on any given game, this is two guys that can give you 40.
Sure.
Two guys that can give you 40. One guy that likely will give you 40. The other guy could give you 40.
Unless it's the playoffs, then he probably won't.
I mean, I understand, but it's like he's not running the entire offense this time.
True.
He's not running the entire offense.
And yeah, but was he running the offense in LA?
Kinda.
I feel like they had so many people that
they
needed to
had players. Hand. They had players who you could say were a similar caliber, but not a point guard. Who you could say was a similar caliber.
True.
I think this is very reminiscent of that Russell Westbrook, James Harden Rockets situation. Right? Because you got an above the rim player. Of course, Donovan Mitchell is a little bit of a better shooter. Russell Westbrook is a little better of a rebounder / defender. But this kind of, huh?
Look at the stats.
Right?
I'm like, I cool.
What's that one Stephen A clip where he's like, he's dropping 35, 45, 38, 39.
48. He's averaging 40. He's not averaging 40.
Okay.
I want to see what this is going to look like. They still need a small forward, and I don't know if this is going to continuously work. Hey, wait a second. One thing I was not considering. James Harden likes those inside bigs, man. Loves him. He loves him.
You can run the double inside big because both of your guards can shoot and pass.
Mm.
The and pass is really like throwing me.
Bro, the and pass is throwing you?
Like Donovan Mitchell's not an and passer, bro. He's not gonna get you. He's not getting you 6 a game. Is he even giving you 6 a game?
I think he's averaging like 5.
Bro, who is he supposed to be passing to?
Who did LeBron pass to? Who did James Harden pass to?
Okay.
Who was James Harden passing to on a Houston Rockets team before he got help? He had Nene. He had Luke Magamutu. He had Trevor Ariza. Who was he? He was passing to me, you, and King. I don't know what you mean. James Harden, like, of course, yes, he's not James Harden level playmaker, and I agree. He does and pass. You're right.
He can, I think it's underrated the effect of having veteran guards that are still playing at a high level. I think they do so much more for teaching and mentoring and showing. Like we saw, Luca's bag got a little bit crazier playing with Kyrie.
It did.
We see that all the time. If you actually have this, like, a 30-plus guard, this actually maybe all-star reserve caliber still, they do a lot for any other guard on the team.
Also, we've seen this effect happen with Joel Embiid taking those nasty James Harden step backs, and that was his MVP season. So I get what you're saying. But
do we think though that do you think that Donovan Mitchell will be able to unlock James Harden in the playoffs though? Because I feel like that's what Cleveland's problem was, right? They got to the playoffs and bounced in the first round the past 2 seasons.
It's always the second round, I predicted.
Second round, yeah. So they're getting bounced, and the playoffs has been James Harden's problem his entire career, right? So I don't know. I think we'll have to wait to see what they do to see if it actually works out, because it'll probably look good in the regular season.
They still need a small forward, and your center can't be 6'8".
You got a lot of heart, though.
Aaron Gordon had a lot of heart. Peyton Watson got a lot of heart.
Peyton Swatson.
I'm not putting him at my 5 though.
Y'all did put Aaron Gordon at your 5
for like a game, and we got mollywopped. It's we had to do what we had to do. That's different though, trying to win a championship.
Evan Mobley can help, so
he can. It's just I don't know. They're gonna have to move off Bushido Brown, bro.
Also, their roster construction has become difficult because they have to anticipate not having as much money because Evan Mobley is going to get the DPOY contract.
Oh, for sure.
So, with that in mind as well, I think the James Harden trade looks even better.
Isn't it shorter long term as well?
How do you feel about Darius Garland on the Clippers?
Tank. Let it go. As long as OKC doesn't get the pick, let it go.
They're going to get the pick.
Hit you with that Kawhi laugh.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to save it, bro. But we did see DG to PG, with him not playing next to Mitchell. You know what I mean? Maybe we can see DG to PG come back. LA does it to you. It's the Intuit Dome.
It's not. Mm-mm.
He in that LA air. He's out of Cleveland.
I think it's an interesting move. It does make them a lot worse construction wise. Just in terms of the fit was so peculiar with Harden who was it? Chris Dunn. I don't know how they're going to make that work with Darius Garland and Chris Dunn now as a backcourt. Maybe they'll slot somebody else in finally. Kawhi. I think Collins might see some improvement finally. Maybe get back into the starting rotation, and then I don't know who they might run.
The chemistry is just not gonna be there. These old heads, like the old head ball, they know how to play with each other. Like
Mm-hmm.
these are guys who have been playing against or with each other for 10 years, basically. Like pretty much the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. They were looking. I'm not gonna say they were overperforming, but like like Kawhi or Harden, these guys are great still. These guys are great still, but they are not at their athletic prime to where even if everybody has poor positioning on the court, they can still drop 50. They are not getting past they're not getting past their matchup and the help to finish at the rim with a dunk. Like they are making their move and it's calculated. And part of that is having teammates who know what you're going to do and can position themselves to be the secondary or tertiary threat without getting in your way.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Garland is not going to fit into that.
Mm-mm.
I feel like y'all are not giving this Clippers team enough credit with the roster rotation. Like, there's Darius Garland, and he has plenty of help at the guard spots, like Kobe Sanders. You know what I mean, and Cam Christie, Jordan Miller. Oh my god. Yo, and Chris Dunley. These are all hoopers, bro. These are all hoopers. These are all FA talents. And I'm just saying, like, you gotta give the keys to the offense to Darius Garland. Because Jordan Miller, like, he just dropped 20 like 3 days ago. Like, and I think with that level of playmaking and skill, I think Darius Garland can just really do it. And there's also they still got Kawhi. You know what I mean? Kawhi DG. Like, and he's a lot less ball dominant than James Harden is. Need the ball in his hand as much, so you let Kawhi cook. He's already averaging 27. You know what I mean? Like, you get some easier setups. Like, we straight. You know what I mean?
I'm just not sure Tyronn Lue is the coach to do it.
You don't like Tyronn Lue? You like Freaky T?
You do?
I think all of this is right in accordance with where it should be. Yeah. I think everybody's where they should be.
I think Freaky T Tyron. No, I think you're right here. She's not the coach for this job. And all jokes aside, I do want to see Darius Garland prosper, but it's not a lot going on in that team. It's really not. Like, hey, Cedric, do you know if curious if Kobe Sanders walked past you, would you know him?
Who? No.
Okay. And that's kind of the issue here with this roster is the Clippers have been just making things work. You know what I mean? And all power to them. And shout out to Kobe, no disrespect. We're gonna know your name at this podcast though. But
still don't know.
like and there's also Kobe, I forgot the other one. It's not Bryant though. I wish.
Kobe. It's from
And
Kobe Bryant though.
It's all spelled the same way. But yeah, man. Long story short, rambling short. This is a real hodgepodge roster. This is a real, like, we're making it work, making something out of nothing. This is one of those. This is a struggle meal. It's a little bit of a struggle meal. I'm not gonna lie. And how they work together depends upon how they want to work together. And with Tyronn Lue being a coach, he's being a chef here. I don't know what they got cooking. Just like I don't know what the Bulls is cooking. I don't know what the Clippers is cooking either. They could have at least got a first round pick out of this. What are we doing? But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Yeah, facts.
Wow.
Now, question: If James Harden doesn't do anything in Cleveland, does that change how we perceive him all time?
Well, how do we perceive him?
Is it a negative? Do we care?
In my opinion, I think we only care if the narrative is positive.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's kind of already cemented his legacy post Brooklyn with where he's going to stand Hall of Fame wise. I don't think he moves much further up or down past where he is.
Is this Cavs team chip worthy?
With LeBron, it could be.
I mean, yeah.
I think they could make the finals in the East.
Like, I mean, most teams with LeBron right now, yes.
I mean, with the LeBron trade, not just like add LeBron for nothing, but I'm saying, the team right now has an odd construction. The starting guards are straight, and Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen running double big. I like it. It's okay. They need shooting three for sure. And but their three has to be kind of like, past few games, Paul George caliber.
Mm.
I mean, they got Jason. Is it Jason
I know who's
Tyson?
on the roster.
Jalen Tyson.
Mhm.
He's a plus shooter though, like 47% right now from the three. He can shoot. He's giving you 14 a game. He's 6'6" though.
Okay. All right, Bresky.
They got Craig Porter Jr.
How tall is he?
6'1".
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lonzo. I still got Lonzo. That's ZO2. They got Naquan Tomlin, bro.
They got Keon Ellis.
They
got Keon.
That's exactly what they were thinking. They would have got Keon.
But they got Naquan though.
That's a good move.
Okay. Keon is a good move.
And Larry Nance, they still got Larry Nance is 6'6". Yeah, he was 6'10" 3 years ago. That's crazy. Conspiracy. Anyways, they still don't have an answer for the small forward problem. Keon Ellis is a guard. You're right, and I've been singing this I've been singing the same song and dance, even on the bus stop. I've been talking about how much the Cavs don't have a small forward, and if they do get LeBron James, they're winning a chip. This is what are we doing here?
Do they have picks?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, just throw picks at Bron. Like throw picks, and whatever forward they do have, just throw picks. Not any of their top 4 players, but throw picks.
Like Naquan.
I don't know what you want me to say, man.
I think Naquan, Jordan, 3 picks, and ZO2.
On Lonzo back.
Shit, Larry back. Take a little league Larry, man. Take him back.
They have their picks. They can't trade them.
Oh, it's the Stephian rule or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they've already traded the back-to-backs, so they can't trade their picks they got.
It's tough. Yeah, it's over.
Off season.
It's over. But they may be able to sign in free agency because Harden can't walk.
Mm-hmm.
Does that team still win with LeBron and no Harden?
Huh?
Does that team still win with LeBron and no Harden?
No, I wasn't saying that. I said that
Oh.
that's not better.
You're right. The Cavs is all right. What you about to say, Kilo?
I said it.
Oh. Yeah, man, these are some interesting trades. I don't know what the Clickety Clippers are going to do. But the Cavs are in a decent spot. My question for you fellas, let's say this: is the Cavs roster as it's constructed now, is it better than the Celtics?
Tough to say. I think
Better than the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
What about the Raptors?
Ooh, Raptors look really good lately.
You say yes, they're above the Raptors.
Oh,
Definitely.
I don't know. I feel like the Raptors, they click in really nice though when they get it going. I mean, I just like Donovan Mitchell though. I put Donovan Mitchell of all these fools. So,
but what about the 76ers?
Yeah.
What kind of Embiid we're getting that night?
Yeah.
Are they better than New
York?
York?
I think they could beat them.
I think they can beat New York.
I think it's a toss-up in the playoffs. They could definitely go there and beat them, but I wouldn't like throw all my money on it.
Detroit
beating.
Again, I think they
Detroit
can beat
now does not have Jaden Ivey. Instead, they have Kevin Huerter in the trade. And I think that they are even better now.
Oh yeah, that's that's last trade, the Michael Conley trade.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that, to be honest with you.
I think that Kevin Huerter's going to be great for them, but it makes the team more coaching reliant.
Yeah. It does make it more play dependent. You're correct, because Red Velvet is not an ISO guy. Why you look confused that I called him Red Velvet? That's his NBA name. Go to Hoop Reference. It's there.
Okay.
Yeah, so Red Velvet, he's looking it up right now, aren't you?
No.
Oh. I was hoping he was. Red Velvet, I agree they do need shooting. That was something we mentioned on the deep dive, is that shooting has not been insane for them. Red Velvet answers that question. He's a shooter. He ain't afraid to spark that thing either. He's not a low shot tendency guy. Like he'll put him up. He'll put him up. So and running off that pick and roll would be nice. Elevator screens, wraparounds, scrumptious. You just gotta knock it down. That's really it. Didn't they get Mike Conley too? Where did Mike Conley go? Do we know?
That's what I was trying to pull it up. I forget where he went, but I know they're trying to trade him already.
Bulls.
They're already looking to move him.
The Bulls have Mike Conley?
Yeah.
I think so.
You're lying. You're lying.
Yeah, Conley to the Bulls.
Guys, we got another one.
They said the Cavs are trying to move Jared Allen.
For Michael Conley?
No, they're trying to move Jared Allen. They've been talking to teams all day. Or they've been talking to teams trying to move him.
They're trying to complete that Steph Curry Dark Matter challenge.
Who do you think they could be talking to? What teams do you think they could be talking to move him? Because obviously they need a 3, right? So they'd be talking to someone. And
if they move him, they need a 5 even more though.
They do.
I don't know. It says they remain active in trade talks.
Who's going to take him?
Huh?
Who's going to take him? Who's going to take a 6'8", Let me stop putting the disrespect. 6'9",
Like
6'9".
Jazz, the Jazz.
The Bulls just traded their center away.
They want guards.
Yeah, but
yeah, they do.
They're
Who
having
needs
a
this-
guard tournament of power right now.
Facts. We better get facts. Who needs a small ball center?
What's one of those teams that's running? That's running. What team has Shaden? Shaden Sharp.
The Trailblazers?
Yeah. Who's their big?
Donovan Klingen.
And
Okay.
Hansen Yang.
I could see it. I could see it if Hans and Yang was looking really good in practice.
What about the Raptors? I mean, he fits the build perfectly. 6'8", 6'9".
You know what? You're right. For Pirtle,
Yeah. Or, I mean, shoot, if we want to run a small and athletic, Pelicans.
Oof.
the Grizz.
The Grizz.
The Grizz.
Oh, the Grizz. Who are the Grizz? The Grizz,
Josh
man.
Jared Allen.
Yep. Do a crazy 3-guard rotation in Cleveland. That's a chip.
You know what? 6'5". Oh, that's only 1 inch shorter than Jordan Terry anyway. Jordan Tyson, or I keep mentioning his name, Jalen Tyson. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Jalen. But yeah, I mean, he's 1 inch shorter than Jalen. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, see that.
Or Sacktown. Sabonis.
There's the bonus. Hey, that would be tough.
Because that's a fast team, man. That's a brolic ass broccoli eating team. So like, you know, them running down the court with Jaron Allen, B5-4 thumb on a fast break. I like that.
Okay, man. I think
Off the glass.
Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Evan Mobley, DeMontis Sabonis would be so tough.
It would be. And I think Russell Westbrook. I'm not trolling, I promise. Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Jared Allen. No flex zone. That's a beautiful lineup. What you thought? Like that's inside out, inside and outs.
That's not an inside.
We got a couple inside players. We got one out, 2 outs. Russell Westbrook shooting very well from the 3 this year.
So that's Russ, bro. Beast.
I didn't know Sacktown was number 15 of 15 right now. I'm about to look up Russell Westbrook's stats. I'm pretty sure he's shooting well from the 3. He's 6'4" now. He grew. That's what's up.
I made shoes for that.
35% from the 3. 35.
How many attempts?
6 attempts a game. Sparker.
Hey. They Pistons should have got him instead of Kevin Huerter.
That was his jumper.
2K made.
That's a quick draw. Hall of Fame. But yeah, you're right. They gotta figure something out with Jaron Allen. Also, when you end up in trade talks, it does affect team morale. So like they also gotta get rid of him because no way I'm dating this girl and I'm like, but this other chick in front, like, yo, pack it up. You gotta cut that off. Let it go. Alicia Key. But yeah, so they have to let that one go for sure.
Yeah, that gets in players' heads. I'm sure that got in Darius Garland's head, Trey Young's head, Miles
Dalton
Turner's
connects.
head. Dalton connects. Man,
Man, good
not gonna
movie,
lie.
bro.
Didn't he just request a trade?
Yeah,
He
that was a career defining moment, and that was actually a Lakers contention defining moment as well. Sending that trade, put them out of contention for really the next 2 years.
That was tough. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all the trades. You guys got anything else that you have on your mind? Anything else you want to talk about in regards to these trades?
How would you grade all of these trades?
All right, let's do that as a team. Let's do it as a team. Let's say this. We'll start with the Vucevic. No, where do we start? Jaren Jackson. That is Jaren Jackson's a great player. That's a B for the Jazz. I don't give it an A. I give it a barely a B minus. I'm like kind of seeing the vision, kind of not. It's like it's cool. Like Jimmy John's for real. It's all right. You need it in the pinch, you got it. I give it a B. What about y'all?
I give it a B plus. I do think they have a great young core. Depends on how it develops, if that can change the letter, but I think it's a great direction. We'll see what happens.
He loves Jimmy John's. What about you, Rob?
I give it a B minus. I think the contract is rough. And I think that that's for the Jazz. I think it's just one of those things where you just like you have to do something. You have to do something. Your team has to have an identity. Laurie is literally in his prime. Like you have to do something. And so I view it as more of something that was bred out of necessity than like holy he cooked. On the Grizz side, I also feel like it was just out of necessity. Like, and I put that all the way back. Many, I put it years back, 5+ years back, all the way to Ja, Jared, Desmond, all coming in, and they are the young trio that is like giving this spark to the team. But the team was like pretty fleshed out at that point. Tyus Jones, Kyle Anderson, D'Anthony Melton, Jonas Valanciunas, like pretty fleshed out team. Could pretty much run a full starting five even without those three. I forgot who. Oh, and Dylan Brooks. So yeah, literally a full starting five. But as you lose the players that players are connected to, that morale goes down. And so I just think this is just this is bred out of necessity. You know, is Ja happy? Clearly not. Is Jaren gonna be happy with knowing that he came into the league with on the team still? Like he's making his money, sure, but he doesn't have his playmakers that he came with. He doesn't have his rebounders that he came with. He doesn't have his defenders that he came with. He has these young guys that he really did not agree to mentor. So I give it a B minus for those reasons.
Question: is it a double-sided B minus, or is it B minus for Utah? Different grade for the Grizzlies.
Double sided.
I disagree with you on this one. I give the Grizzlies a C. I still think you could have got more for Jaren. If you was going to trade Jaren, like Kyle Anderson and picks, like Kyle Anderson and Will and Taylor Hendricks, and it's basically a bunch of forwards. Like it's like the Grizzlies are alternate universe Bulls. They got 1 billion forwards. You know what I mean? Because like I think Clayton's the only freaking guard they got out of that. They got 3 forwards. They already had 2 they were sitting on. No, 3 they were sitting on. G.G. Jackson, Cedric, and Jalen Wells. So now they got 6 forwards and 8 picks and hope. So I think they could have really swung differently if they were going to get rid of him anyways. But I'm not necessarily mad they got rid of him. I'm just thinking we could have aimed a little bit higher. I think the market on Jaren Jackson may have been a little bit better than what they got out of it. But Danny Ainge knows what he's doing in the Utah Jazz, man. He knows what he's doing. He's a bad man.
Shoot, they said they freed up. They got a $28 million trade exception for this.
Yeah.
And it's everything I'm seeing saying that they could be a facilitator in this Giannis trade. So you're probably about to see them find a way to squeeze in even more picks and move Ja in the process of helping the team, like maybe Golden State acquire Giannis. I don't think maybe Golden State, because I don't think they would be able to help them out as far as moving Ja, but I think that's what they're looking to do. Like, I think there's a lot into it, and then with all those forwards too, I think we're about to see probably a few more moves in the next couple days from the Grizzlies.
I agree with that, and that's why I gave it a B minus. I think that I would say like from C to B minus. What I see in that is that this trade exception, this salary cap relief is huge in my opinion, and then the breakdown of the contracts so that they have so many movable guys. They can pretty much trade with every single team in the league now without having to say like, oh, we simply can't match the salary without giving up way too much value. So I think that because of that, like, and knowing that they have to make another trade before it's all said and done, like they open their options up so much versus if you trade job first, it's a very, very, very limited market. And so I like it's definitely not an A to me, but I don't think it's that bad, even though it was like definitely just like kind of like forcing their hand.
What about you, Cedric?
Well, yeah, no, I give it, yeah, on the Grizzly side. After seeing all of that, I think, yeah, I like around B. I think it's a solid grade. They definitely cooked with this one. Utah, man, I feel like we just kind of see this out of them. You know, they'll just move some guys around and kind of pull in maybe a guy or two that'll fill some seats, but nothing like too spectacular. We don't see anything groundbreaking out of you like that. They don't even try to compete. It feels like they just want to be relevant and be able to, you know, hang around with it. It seems, but yeah. So I like it on the Grizzlies side, and the Utah side is just kind of, I don't know. I think they're just kind of looking to change up their atmosphere. But I do like Jaren Jackson, man. He carried Memphis, right? I feel like he really carried Memphis when Ja was out, you know, when Ja was suspended all those games, like, right? Like, he kind of kept them in the mix. He's a pretty solid player. He's not like, I don't think he's like earth shattering, but I don't know. It feels like it was definitely Utah just like looking to kind of get rid of some guys and just move some guys around, not really, you know, turn any heads with this trade. So for Utah, I'd put it, yeah, I like C, right? C plus for that.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think they saw the best out of Jaren. He's turnover prone, but we've definitely seen where he can drop 30. And some of the time it can look good. His handle, especially like transitioning from the ISO to the post, is a little sloppy, but he can shoot, he can dunk, and he may have like a 70-ish, 68-ish ball handle. So it's like enough. It's enough to cook every now and then. It's enough to do like a hop step into a finish every now and then.
All right, what about the Vucevic Anthony Simons trade? I think this is a double-sided no, I'm tripping. What? This is a C for the Bulls. This is a B solid for the Celtics, because at least the Celtics are getting a position of need, and they're giving rid of a position of non-need. So based off of just simple bare bones trading, B. Another guard after another guard, like having a guard off, they're just sitting there aura farming in the locker room. No, sir. C minus. Plus, last thing, Vucevic, in my opinion, the market should be higher for Vucevic than for Anthony Simons. So for them to swap only a second round pick and not at least squeeze a first, nasty work. C minus. Keith?
I think it's a C minus for the Bulls. I agree with you. I think it's a C plus for the Celtics. Although it is a position of need, the Celtics have a clear identity in Mazzulla Ball, and I don't think it's a perfect fit. I don't think it's a fit at all. Honestly, I think it's something to make work while you have the expiring contract.
Raw. I said that your name hard because it's in all caps.
Yep. Okay, so I actually want to give it a between a B and a B plus for the Celtics. Why? The tank is already cooked. So I do not think that they are concerned about, making sure they stay in the lottery or anything like that. Tank is already cooked. In that, it would be a major disservice to your, at worst, second best player to have the tank cooked and in the year with no possibility of playing in the playoffs. I think it would be a major disservice to him, especially given that he's already won Finals MVP. And I think that is the kind of thing that adds up as a poor relationship between the front office and star players. So I think that doing this for him, to give him this opportunity and to give the rest of the team this opportunity to stay competitive, knowing that Jason Tatum is going to come back and add even more, is just like a very, very good opportunity, and they're both expirings. For the Bulls, at this point, I haven't counted, they may actually have 10 guards. And these guards are not of the cap. The only value I can see in this is, for one, no rebounding. The tank is good. But for two, maybe next year even, they are the league's premier source of, we want to contend, but we're missing a backup guard. We're going to overpay for a backup guard. If that is the possibility, I would say that this trade could be a C plus. Later on, they could get some younger forwards or maybe even a young center that another team has given up on for Anthony Simons. But if it's not that, I agree that it's like a C minus, because simply, what are you doing? This is not basketball. You have to rock with your fans. I don't know what you're doing.
What about you, Chopper?
I feel like the Bulls looked at New York and Detroit, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna bring in as many guards as we can until we find our superstar guard. And they'll just keep filtering through them, just keep rotating through all these guards so they get one that click, or maybe they can get a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and build it all together, right? I like what the Celtics did. They were able to go out and find themselves a big and not have to spend too much money on it at the same time. Yeah, and that's probably why they were willing to trade him for Anthony Simons, right? And just kind of do an even swap. I think it was more the financial implications for them. Considering, right, as soon as Jason Tatum went down, they got rid of all their big contracts and just kind of cut as much fat as they could. And so for them to be able to add a piece that does kind of help them out, and not have to spend money doing it and not have to commit anything serious to doing it, where they're still on track. Like, like Ross said, they're, why push it when you know what's going on, and you got Jason Tatum coming back. This year is just kind of what it is, right? They're just like, whatever we get is what we get, and we're good with that. Like, as long as we don't, I guess, suck and be the worst team in the league, which they don't have to worry about that. And then they're actually doing good. So now they're at a bonus. I think it's just it's a bonus for them. So I give it a C plus, a really good, really, really, like you guys said earlier, it doesn't really add value, like Kilo was saying, right? It doesn't really add value as far as like it's not a splash move, but it does give them that big body that they've needed, right? To kind of just plug up the lane or maybe go in and body up Cat when they need to in the playoffs. So maybe they can go make some noise right now. With Chicago, I don't know. I don't even watch Chicago. I don't know what they look like, what they're doing. They just got Trae Young, right? No, that's Washington. Washington's got Trae Young. So yeah, just that, like you guys said, they got 1 million guards. I don't know what they were doing bringing in another guard. The only thing I can think of truly is that they're trying to find a guard that can compete with the likes of a Cade Cunningham or the likes of a what's his name up in New York? What can I think of? Yeah, Jalen Brunson, right? To kind of keep up with these smaller guards that are phenomenal, right? They're like small, but they're quick. They're able to hold up and in traffic and everything. So yeah, I think really they're just trying to find that combination or that guard that can go and do everything they need him to do. So yeah, I give it a D plus.
That's
D
crazy.
plus.
All that to say a D plus. All that.
Well, I gave the Celtics a C plus.
Yeah.
All right. Question. Jaden Ivey for Kevin Herter, and then of course Mike Conley to the Bulls. This is going to be quick for me. Kevin Herter, that's a B. They needed a shooter. They got a shooter. Jaden Ivey wasn't really fit in the system. I like the upside of Jaden Ivey. I know why they made the move. Kevin Herter fits the timeline better, and I know why they wanted to take a spin on Jaden Ivey because Jaden Ivey has the upside. The Bulls, Mike Conley, that's a D. Unless like that's just a D. Like, did they get a pick out of that, maybe? Like, what are we doing? Like Mike Conley, he has like a year or two left. He's the most win now you can get.
Mike Conley's a beast. That's a championship piece you need right there, bro.
Totally.
That's the veteran they need, right? Maybe that's the veteran they need in that room amongst all those young guards.
Maybe Mike Conley will be in the coach's room when they figure out who's the next superstar guard.
Yeah, Udonis has some types. Yeah. Anyways, that's a D. I give it a D. BP. Who did Jaden Ivey end up on?
The Bulls. Yeah, that was the real. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. Like
Jaden Ivey's also on the Bulls.
Yes. They have 10 guards. I can name them.
Their whole team is guards.
Trey Jones, Mike Conley, Anthony Simons.
This is just a D.
Kobe White, Isaac Okoro, depending. Jaden Ivey, Yuki Kawamura, love him, and Ayodesun.
See, they're like
Trey Jones?
trying to get like the Wonder Twins.
Yeah,
you combine them all, you get the ultimate point guard, right? You complete all these missions. You got to get 21 points with one. You got to get 60 with the other one, and then you know what I mean.
This is a peak diamond card exchange. Like they're trying to get 10 guards of the same color tier, so they can put that in the exchange.
Yeah, they're playing a shoot this many threes challenge.
Yes, and they're trying to get Galaxy Opal Derrick Rose. I understand.
Yeah,
they want Giannis to come there. They're like, take your pick, Giannis. Which guard you want to play with? We'll put him out there. Let's go.
Yeah, facts. They're doing a runaway with the guard. Like it's a BOGO. It's a clearance sale. This is a summer clearance sale on guards.
You think they would have just went and got James Harden, right? They could have
This
saved
is
a lot of time.
Honestly, this is a rebuilding to a YouTube rebuild challenge. Can I win a chip with 10 guards, and it's all 10 of them on the thumbnail? D.
They're all backups.
Hey,
all
but
bench players.
maybe we see a different kind of basketball, and every single guard gives a full 100% energy 12 minutes.
When was the last time Chicago's been relevant?
No.
With Derrick Rose?
No. Like D. Only because Anthony Simons is also there and Kobe White's all. What is the difference between Kobe White, Anthony Simons, and Jaden Ivey outside of height? Good question. They're all builds that are not done. Kilo, what's your grades?
I definitely think Detroit made the right move. There's not a lot of shooters available. Of the shooters available, you're not gonna find one better than Kevin Herter. I agree with you. That's at least a B minus. I absolutely agree. It's a D. I can't find any reason to what the Bulls have going on right now. I don't know. Maybe they see something I don't.
Got to.
I'm telling you, they're fleecing a contender next year. They're fleecing a contender next year. They're like, look, you're not going to beat the Thunder without an extra backup guard. We're not going to beat the Spurs without an extra backup guard. I need 2 firsts.
2 firsts. Your guard just went down. Hey, you just saw that ankle twist. I need 2 firsts.
I need 2 firsts.
I got you. What you need? What guard build you need? They can talk to any team in the league. What you want? Nah. And Detroit got Dario Saric too.
Yes.
I think that was a really good pickup as well.
He's not going to get that much rotational minutes.
I don't think he needs that much rotational minutes. I mean, Detroit's doing really well already, right? They're number 1 in the East right now. They just need a little bit of flavor on top right now. They need a couple minutes. They need a few minutes, right?
A Dario Saric garnish, bro.
They just need to come in and sprinkle, you know what I'm saying? Just a couple fouls here and there. You know,
a dash of Dario.
That's it. I'm serious. Like,
oh my god.
5 Dario minutes is good for team spirit.
Facts, bro. Facts. A garbage time MVP.
Right?
That's crazy. What about you, Ralph? What you think?
I do agree with the barely above passing grade for the Bulls. This is a very odd front office approach. I wonder, have we ever seen a success story come of this approach? But this is very odd. I would love to see what comes next. Right now, I kind of have to be a hater, so maybe D+. And
maybe they could be that team that, you know, that works with Grizzlies, that works with Memphis to,
right,
you know, make a trade to help get Giannis to Minnesota, right? Like,
right.
maybe we see Giannis in Jago. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would work. I could
definitely see that.
That would be pretty tight.
Maybe maybe the Grizzlies give a pick or 2 to the Bulls so that the Bulls can give a guard or 2 to the Bucks. And it's just kind of like merry-go-round.
4-team trade.
Yeah. I could see something like that. But for the Pistons, I say this is just a B. I want to give it higher. Unfortunately, Kevin Herter is good. He's a historically good shooter, but he's not shooting his best this season. But I mean, he's good, but I think that with them not having one of those secondary ISO guys, the coaching just becomes so much more of a factor. And with their youth, like their discipline in that is so much more of a factor. Uh, you know, out of 5 guys on the court, one guy breaking down can take, 10 seconds off the shot clock to reset and run something better. And if it's too many of those in the playoffs, you're not making it past. And this is a play about making it past teams. Because I think that Jaden Ivey still has some development in him. I don't know how old he is, but I don't think he's 25. Um, so
Jaden, maybe
You are so freaking. I hate you so much.
it's 23.
yeah, so I think he's definitely got some development still in him, and because of that,
Sorry, yo, keep going, bro. Stop talking, bro.
because of that, I think that giving him up for Kevin Herter is just like we think we're ready, and if they turn out not to be ready, I don't know how you're gonna get another Jaden Ivey back. Y'all are hilarious, gang.
I had some bodily malfunctions. Anyways, I feel that. What about you, the bus driver? What's your grade?
Yeah, Detroit. I think they are definitely saying that they're ready to go for it, and they feel like this is their best shot to go for it, right? Because once Halliburton comes back, the East is his.
The Halliburton. I feel you.
So yeah, I mean, they feel like they have a really good shot right now to go for it, and they know they just really have to push through, quite honestly. So yeah, I like the B. I like a B. Give him an A for it. Kevin Herter's gonna come out. Watch he be that sharpshooter, bro. He finna go flame mode.
He's believing.
Watch
Yeah,
Cade
bro.
finna you go, bro. Cade finna have like 25 assists. Kevin Herter go hit like 14 threes in the first round, the first game of the first round of the playoffs, and everybody's eyes gonna be open. So I give him an A. No,
Rock
but
out. Rock
the
out.
Conley
Rock
deal, the
out, bro.
Conley and Jaden Ivey deal to Chicago is crazy because it did free up a lot of money for Minnesota. I think we're gonna see Chicago moving a couple of those guards in the next couple of days, though, for sure. Which I don't know why I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of acrobats going on right now. People just trying to get some books cleared off right before you gotta do those taxes. So,
Last
but I
trade of
think.
the night. I'm sorry, I didn't know you would continue.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah. I was gonna give it a C. But yeah, what's the last trade of the night?
Last trade of the night, we got James Harden and Darius Garland, and I give that.
Ooh.
After hearing Ross' explanation, I do honestly, I do see the vision. I give it an A minus.
Of LeBron going to Cleveland.
I
Going
see James
back.
Harden working a lot better than Darius Garland. I think for talent wise, I think they're similarly leveled personally.
Ooh.
My God.
Not even.
But I do think this is a little bit of fleece work as far as fit is concerned. There's a reason James Harden is a smart player. He knows what he's doing. He knows why he went to Houston. He knows who he was. He knows why he wanted to go to the Nets. He knows why he wants to go to the 76ers. And he knew why he wanted to go to the Clippers. This is a smart player. He's made smart moves. And I think this is another one of those situations. A minus. You got to move off James Harden. The market for James Harden isn't high. Getting a younger Darius Garland is actually not that bad. I would give it a B minus, where you could have probably got something better. But former All-Star and Darius Garland, it's not the worst thing you could have gotten. My reason why it's a B minus and not higher is because they could have fucking got picks or at least another player. Them just trading second rounders, that's the fleece job, gang. This is like in 2K when you do Trade Finder and they just give you something. Like, this is bad. Like, you could have got some picks. We could have negotiated. Dear God. So I give them a B minus, and that's what I'm standing on.
Um, I'm of a different opinion. I think it's both equally a B for both sides. Only because I do agree with you, Raw. I do think that James Harden does fit a lot better, mainly because I think it just helps their ISO in a half court setting. Helps a lot of their pick and roll actions, and they just needed that version of facilitation versus that fast pace they've been doing. I think they get plenty of it with Donovan. Um, on the flip side of it, I also give it a B for the Clippers because you just get somebody younger. I mean, just a few months ago, we were calling that team the Unction. I think getting somebody younger overall just helps their timeline better post Kawhi, if there is a post, or there will be a post Kawhi. So I just give it a B on both sides. Who knows what will happen?
Um, One thing I think that's like very relevant to this, that like puts it into perspective for me as to why the Clippers, why this trade, even though production wise these players are lopsided, why they were able to just make it a straight up trade. So I think that um James Harden is like notorious for leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't necessarily think it's like, oh, he's trifling or anything. Like he recognizes and the teams recognize like free agency is what a player is entitled to.
Yeah.
And if a player has the opportunity to go to a better team, you walk away with nothing. And for sure, James Harden was going to have the opportunity to walk away and go to a better team. But uh, they end up leaving with something. They end up leaving with a new player so that another team can make sure they don't have to fight in free agency and compete in free agency for James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he has like a player option in the upcoming season. And had he exercised that, like Clippers probably literally walk away with nothing versus getting Darius Garland out of it. And because of that, I think that it's a good trade for them.
Yeah.
For the Cavs, the uh fit is just absolutely amazing. The mentorship is absolutely amazing to have James Harden. You have two guys that can, just work the floor wherever, and you're not really worried about the defenses that you see in the playoffs these days. We saw with the Pacers last year that part of the reason that they were so successful up until and all the way into Game 7 with the Thunder is that you can't lock one player up and cook the team. They have highlights of basically four guards from at some point or another. So I think that the Cavs' ability to reproduce that, especially since their bigs are not really ball handlers, is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the grades that I would have to give it, but because the Clippers could have walked away with nothing, and because they are going to probably have to tank, um, if they still have picks, I can't give it lower than a like B. I just can't give it lower. Maybe even I can't give it lower than a B plus. Um, I think I can for sure give it lower than an A minus, but it might be a B plus. If it turns out that Darius Garland breaks out, if it turns out that their tanking goes really well and they build a team with Darius Garland or flip Darius Garland, I see it as an A minus. Um, it would have had to. Well, I would say it would have had to be a pick to be in A territory for real. But for the Cavs, they still have no small forward, and at this point, I struggle to see who they trade to get a small forward. Um, Darius Garland, I think, was the only person really making money. That they were willing to come off of. So with the rest of the roster, like I don't know, maybe y'all can tell me if I'm mistaken. I don't really see their ability to make a big trade for a small forward in the next year. If the draft holds one, do they have a pick for this draft, for this year's draft?
No.
Yeah. So for as long as James Harden is what you're wanting him to be for the playoffs, I don't see how they're going to come on to having the small forward that they want to succeed. Because of that, I also can't give it an A. So
Yeah.
I say B plus there. Maybe even worse. I think it might actually end up just depending from a very long term perspective, it might end up being worse for the Cavs than it is for the Clippers. So
Yeah, I like that. I give it an A. I think it's an A on both sides of the house because I think everybody, all four entities in this situation, got kind of what they wanted for sure. It felt like. I think I feel like I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of basketball, but I do feel like the Cavs haven't been super high up on Darius Garland ever since they drafted him. There hasn't really been chances to move him around. They really haven't been able. There wasn't a chance to move him to be able to get something that was as good in return because it wasn't like it was a bum. He just wasn't it all the way, and I think that's why they brought in Donovan Mitchell. One of the biggest reasons it's Donovan Mitchell too. You're gonna bring him in if you get the chance, but I feel like they've been looking to get kind of an explosive guard or a younger guard alongside him, but they just haven't been able to. No picks, nothing. They've been kind of in the middle of the ground. They've actually been at the top of their division. So I think this move helps them get in that win now mindset, which James Harden has been in that win now mindset since he's been James Harden, right? Ever since he's been that dude. So I think this helps him on his last hurrah. Is probably one of the better landing places he could go to give him a chance to get to the finals, to kind of get that ring. So I think, yeah, that mutually helps out the both of them. And then if it doesn't work out, yeah, he can leave after the end of the season. They can go their separate ways and retool and start over again. And then, yeah, and then for Darius Garland, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they've been wanting to trade him. He could have went to the Jazz, but they sent him to the Clippers. I think that's a pretty solid situation. Seeing as what it is. I mean, yeah, they probably aren't a championship team, but they have a solid team. They have some ballers over there. All those guys were once like stars on their team in LA. So, it's not like they're gonna maybe win anything or make a run or anything, but he'll still have some fun playing some basketball over there in LA. And he'll have a chance to kind of he'll have a chance to, kind of do his thing over there too. He can be pretty ball dominant over there. And then it gives the Clippers, like you said, it gives them somebody in return instead of James Harden just leaving at the end of the season when they don't win the championship, right? I don't know. Kawhi got his ring, right? He got his ring. So, yeah, he wants to win a championship, but he got his ring. So he's good to go and stuff. And I feel like James just kind of senses that when he goes places, right? He'll go somewhere like when he was in Brooklyn, right? Kevin Durant and Kyrie had their rings, right? You can kind of sense that, and like they're not going to fight as hard for it. But Donovan Mitchell doesn't have a ring, right? The Cavs are trying to prove something to get back to that glory. So I think it's a great situation all around. And I give it an A for all four parties.
I think that's a really good point. I think that James Harden is super motivated in that aspect. I think he'll be very happy with that to have a bunch of guys that are not, 23 and under that are actually at that age, like just in that maturity of like, yes, I want a ring now. I don't want to wait on it. I don't have all the time in the world. I feel like I'm that player. And we're that team. I for
and
sure
knows how to get it right. You don't. It's not a bunch of young players you have to carry there. Like he doesn't have to carry the team. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's going to carry the team if anything, right? Like y'all said, they just got to figure out their three. And really, it doesn't even have to be anybody spectacular with those two. I mean, just somebody that has a shot. Somebody that's going to get out there and maybe fill up some, do a little bit. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be LeBron. If it's LeBron, I think that might be it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be LeBron.
That's a clear path if it's LeBron, especially with the way the East looks. But It doesn't have to be him, honestly. If they can find like a solid piece and manage to keep Jared Allen, you know, I know y'all joke on Jared Allen, but I don't know, man. I like Jared Allen, bro. That fro, you see that fro from a mile away, so you go see it. But and I don't know, man. Just the way they got dogged last year in the playoffs, I think James Harden is going to strike fear where Darius Garland didn't. People are looking for him to be.
Garland, I absolutely agree.
You're going to have to guard him, is what I'm saying, right? They can't just focus on Donovan Mitchell now, right? But James Harden and Donovan Mitchell can both do the same thing, right? So it's pick your poison. It's pick your poison. And if James Harden's cooking, man, I don't know. I don't know if there's too many teams that can beat them.
Yeah. And I think that towards what you said, like the three doesn't have to be an all-star. So they have Keon Ellis now, and I think that is a pretty good fit. I just am concerned with his size for the playoffs. And like you can have Evan Mobley run. If they had a traditional 7-foot big, I would say the size on Keon doesn't matter at all because James Harden's tall. Like it just doesn't matter. But because their big is undersized, he's a switchable big. Evan Mobley's a switchable big. I'm looking for a three that can also switch with them.
Mm-hmm.
And Keon for sure can't switch with them ever. So if they could find, or if one of their younger guys turns out to be that defender, they can occasionally switch, then you can run that kind of game plan when you're playing a team with great bigs. Like I'm sure Keon's for sure like playable against the Thunder. You're not really worried about the Chet Holmgren switch or the Hardenstein switch, but against who's running double big? Is anybody still running double big successfully? Against the Rockets, if they were to play the Rockets, Keon's getting abused.
I mean, that's fair, but the Thunder
Not to say the Rockets aren't making it to the finals.
The Thunders are notoriously running double big whenever Isaiah is.
They're not running their offense through the double big though.
Oh,
like you don't have to switch with Chet. He's just gonna sit corner. Chet's not calling the pick and roll, like not calling pick and roll plays there. But yeah, so I do agree with you, Cedric.
The Miami Heat.
They don't do it consistently enough.
Where barely plays. Spo doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. The closest thing we have for a blip was the Suns, but not Suns. I'm sorry. Whoa, the New York Knicks. But
yeah, the Knicks. I think the Knicks could. I think the Knicks could hurt them with that, like pick and pop. If you run a cat at the 4, a pick and pop, like Keon literally can't do anything. He's fried.
Yeah.
So. I agree with that.
Shoot, maybe they just go get a player like MPJ. What about MPJ at the 3?
Bro, that would be tough. That would be.
And he could shoot too. Well,
that would be
sometimes.
so tough.
I think like something like that. Like probably look to one of those teams that are tanking.
I wouldn't call that a super team, but that would just be so like that's just valid. That's so tough.
Mm-hmm.
And PJ slotted in there.
Yeah, where you guarding, man? What are you stopping? You stopping the perimeter? You stopping the inside? Yeah.
You're gonna have 3 different guys drop 40 every series in the playoffs.
And 3 different types of ways too.
Yeah.
Dang.
But all right. What
right,
about
all
you
right.
to wrap it up, man? How are you feeling? Wait, you already talked, man. I'm tripping. I didn't realize we ping ponged. It's this nose that's killing me. But that was a wonderful chat here about the trades. As more come in, I feel like we'll talk more about it. But I feel like that was good, man, and we're on the same page for the most part. I feel like there's some deviation a little bit, but for the most part, I feel like we're in agreement. But I'll give it to you, Cedric, to end this out here.
Yeah, no, that was a good show. Good show. Always fun. Always fun coming on with you guys talking some basketball. Guys, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you guys that join on and come in. We didn't really have anybody chime in tonight except for Travis over on LinkedIn, not Indeed, LinkedIn. So you can find us a little bit everywhere, man. Shady Sports. Wherever you do your social media, we're probably on there doing some social media. So yeah, thank you guys for watching us tonight. Those of you that did tune in, catch Hoop Philosophy usually on Tuesday nights, maybe Saturday nights, maybe Friday nights, but mostly Tuesday nights here on Shady Sports Network during the NBA season. And then you can catch Reem over Saturday mornings at the bus stop. So just jump on the bandwagon, come hang with us. You guys got anything before we get out of here?
No, just happy to have us. Happy to have us here.
Yeah. Call it right now. So when we see Giannis go to the Timberwolves.
Yeah, man. And shout out Kobe Sanders.
Ja and Giannis.
And Giannis versus LeBron, James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell in the finals. I think that's it. But no, thank you guys for joining us. Come back and join us again next week. We'll see if there are any other trades. We'll talk about them when we come back on. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your week. Watch the Super Bowl or be like me and don't watch it. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.